Ag workers as a whole are incredibly important. I mean, we can't do what we do.
Owyhee Produce. It's some name that you might recognize, and it's been a long foundational part of Idaho's agricultural industry. Just like many other farms, it faces significant challenges, including labor shortages and the reliance on H-2A workers. Now the farm is using local media to shed light on these issues and highlight the essential role farm workers play in feeding the nation. Our Brenda Rodriguez shares their story.
Nestled in the heart of Parma,
We grow 9, 10, sometimes 11 different crops.
Owyhee Produce has been a cornerstone of American agriculture for 4 generations.
We grow asparagus, we grow beans, corn, mint, onions, watermelon, wheat, sugar beets.
They've also grown a huge following on social media.
I can certainly get a lot of beautiful views or shots from the farm that people would appreciate, but that's not the same as showing them the work.
But for Shay, it's about going beyond those visuals.
There's lots of struggles.
And shedding light on tough issues farmers face, like this one.
I get the question all the time, why don't I hire Americans? Why do we bring H-2A workers to work on our farm here in Idaho and in Oregon?
Labor has always been a challenge, especially, for the last 10 or 15 years. It's been incredibly hard to get the labor that's needed to get the work done.
The legacy of this farm and its role in feeding America depends on a workforce.
It's hard work. It's just challenging. It's not what an American, like the traditional American who's been here for a generation or two, wants to do. And so because that's the situation, people simply don't show.
As a result, many farmers depend on the H-2A visa program, which allows U.S. employers to bring in non-immigrant foreign workers to fill temporary or seasonal agricultural jobs.
The hard thing about an H-2A worker is the federal government gets to decide how many workers you get and when they show up.
But that system doesn't always work out smoothly.
Last week, our H-2A workers were supposed to be coming. It's time to plant, and there were some snafus at the border. These guys have been delayed by 7 days. That might be delayed by 2 weeks.
And not planting on time affects everyone.
Really affects our ability to produce the crops and be profitable as a business.
That's where immigrant workers come in, like Angel. And Eliana.
We're here trying to provide food on the table. We're trying to provide food for everyone.
Originally from a different country.
Uno como migrante, pues uno viene aquí a trabajar para su familia, para pues echarle ganas para mantener a la familia de México y aquí también.
And many of them put in 10 to 12-hour workdays 6 days a week, all while pursuing their own personal ambitions.
I started going to school to do my GED. I did it in 6 months, and then I started going to college to do a few classes.
And many of them feeling like they have to fight misconceptions and political backlash.
I think they need to be empathized with us as farm workers. We're not doing anything wrong. We're just here working. You can see everyone is hard working.
It's a sentiment their boss agrees with.
Immigrants don't have to be invisible, guys. Immigrants don't have to be invisible. We like to highlight the workers that we have in our packing shed, the workers that we have in our fields.
They're, very educated, very capable people looking for a way to move the needle and change their future.
And when he hopes others understand that farm workers are vital to help feed the nation.
This is changing lives while providing something that we have to have here in the United States, and that really gets missed.
Brenda Rodriguez, Idaho's News Channel 7.
And to make sure no American loses out of a job opportunity, Shay says they have to run radio and print ads of the job listing before they're able to hire H-2A workers. But just like he mentioned, it's a rare opportunity it's rare for an American to apply for the positions.